In the early 20th century, a war of unprecedented scale unfurled across the globe. The year was 1914, and the world was tangled in the throes of what we now know as the First World War. This was a time when empires clashed, alliances shifted, and the modern machinery of war sowed devastation across Europe's heartland. It was a war that would ultimately claim the lives of over 17 million people, altering the course of history and the geopolitical landscape in its wake. Yet, amidst the smoke and ruin, there emerged a story of humanity, a beacon of hope that flickered, however briefly, in the darkest corners of the trenches. This is the story of the Christmas Truce of 1914. As the chilling winds of December swept across the war-torn battlefields, the soldiers huddled in their trenches, far from the warmth of their homes and families. The war had been raging for months, and the festive season only underscored the stark contrast between the joyous celebrations back home and the grim reality of the front lines. On the eve of Christmas, a melody drifted over the barbed wire and mud-filled trenches. From the German side, the haunting strains of Stille Nacht, or Silent Night as we know it, filled the frosty air. The British troops, huddled in their trenches, listened, entranced by the familiar tune. As dawn broke on Christmas Day, an extraordinary sight greeted the soldiers. Across the no-man's land, Christmas trees lit with candles were appearing along the German trenches. Then, slowly, cautiously, soldiers began to emerge from their trenches. Not with guns or bayonets, but with smiles, waves, and shouts of "Merry Christmas" in their enemies' languages. The day unfolded with an almost surreal peacefulness. Soldiers exchanged gifts, shared food, and even engaged in friendly games of football. For a few precious hours, the war was forgotten, replaced by an atmosphere of camaraderie and goodwill. The sounds of laughter and cheer replaced the usual cacophony of gunfire and shell bursts. As night fell, the soldiers returned to their respective trenches, the echoes of the day's camaraderie still hanging in the air. The Christmas truce of 1914 was over, and the war resumed in all its brutality. Yet, the memory of that day lived on, a stark reminder that even in the bleakest of times, the spirit of humanity could still shine through. Today, over a century later, the Christmas truce serves as a poignant reminder of our shared humanity. Amidst political upheavals, global conflicts, and societal divisions, the story of the truce underscores the power of empathy, compassion, and mutual understanding. It reminds us that beneath the uniforms, the nationalities, and the ideologies, we are all fundamentally human. As we navigate the complexities of our world today, let the Christmas truce of 1914 be a beacon, illuminating our shared humanity and inspiring us to reach across the divides that separate us. For in the end, it is not the battles that define us, but the moments of peace, connection, and understanding. And perhaps, just perhaps, the spirit of the Christmas truce can guide us towards a world where peace is not just a fleeting moment amidst conflict, but a lasting reality for all. And so, as the festive season descends upon us once more, let us remember the soldiers of the Christmas truce, who, in the face of war, chose peace, however momentary, and shared a Christmas like no other. Before we conclude this heartfelt tale, we'd like to remind you to support the Veteran Warrior channel. If you found this video informative and engaging, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the Veteran Warrior channel for more content like this, delving into the depths of history and unearthing gems of the past. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we release new videos. Your support keeps these stories alive and helps us share more tales from history. Stay tuned. Thank you for your support.